Shit, I'm the best thing on her. Shit, I am the shit.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they cautious, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, they do my work to get out of Dodge while it eats me. Honestly, they can smell the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the end.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a priest. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto.
I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me.
Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five. I'm the kingpin.
Man, good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon, man. It's a beautiful Monday. It is a beautiful Monday, man, and I'm glad to be here. Had some storms come through late Sunday. Well, I won't say late Sunday, about afternoon Sunday, man. So a lot of people are without power right now in my area. Fortunately, it's not me. I don't have to deal with that today, so I am blessed to be up here with you guys on this beautiful Monday. So right on. But, you know, shit, I don't know if you heard it. Let me see. Man, we had some breaking news come through, man. I mean, already. Hey, look, the one thing about the NBA, man, is it's always willing and dealing, especially after this little off season. They make a lot of moves. NBA is one of those leagues that don't mind making trades, making deals. When the free agency market opens up, man, everybody's signing. You know, NFL has its moves, not as much. Baseball has its moves, not as much. NBA, man, them dudes, man, they sending superstars to other teams in mid-season. Yeah, that's not happening too much in the other sports I just named off. But the NBA, that's what happens. So, with that being said, I know y'all seen the excuse me, y'all seen the thumbnail talking about the draft and all that. Well, yeah, we did have a draft on the 22nd of June. We had a draft that Thursday. A whole lot has went on in the draft, during the draft, and ever since the draft, right? So we definitely gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about Cincinnati Reds, man, they was on a 12-game winning streak. I'm sorry. Please let me correct that because one of my Mason dwellers will get on my behind if I don't say that right. So please forgive me. They was on a 12-game winning streak. Now, unfortunately, they ran into the former MLB champions in the Atlanta Braves. I don't know if they call them Braves more. They still call them Braves. I don't know. Somebody will correct me if they ain't. So, but that's how I know them. That's Atlanta Braves. But they was on a 12-game winning streak into the series this weekend. Now, unfortunately, out of a 3-game series, they went 1-2. You know, Atlanta's a tough team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not like you lost to some old pushover. You know what I'm saying? You didn't lose to some doormat team or nothing like that. So, you know, I guess you could look at that with some type of enthusiasm. I don't know. But they did take an L. So, you know, fortunate for them, they are still number one in the Central now. By only half a game over the Brewers. It's a half a game over the Brewers, and they do have the Baltimore Orioles this week as a team. They get to play in the AL. You know, that's when they do their little cross conference rivalries they like to do. So they do have them. So that should definitely be interesting. You know, that should definitely be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Baltimore is 47-29. So they're not a pushover team either. You know what I'm saying? And the Reds are 41-37. So it's going to be interesting, that game, period. You know, right now, the East of the AL is led by the Tampa Bay Rays. You know, the AL Central is led by the Minnesota Twins. And you still have the Texas Rangers leading the West. So, you know, it's definitely going to be a tough game, tough series with as far as the Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. But there should be a good if they can win that series, man. I'm sure that really help their confidence again and maybe get them started on another streak. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But hey, kudos to those guys, man. In the last 10 games, they 8-2. So shout out to them for doing that. It's all good. It's definitely all good, man. I see the people are in it today. So, you know, right on to y'all, brothers and sisters. Salute AB. You know what I'm saying? Right on. Lady Naveau, salute to you. You know. Yeah, they did get the number one pick. Hopefully they take advantage of it like they did when they took advantage with the Tim Duncan pick. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes now. I mean, I think the young man is going to be a good player. He's a little light, but don't worry. They're going to put some muscle on that young man. He's going to get with them trainers and a nutrition team, and they're going to work him out, get him stronger, get him bigger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how big he can be. His frame doesn't look like it can hold a lot, but you never know. You never know. Say Like Podcast, what's going on, big brother? Hopefully all well with you. I know you down there in Detroit, you know. I know Detroit ain't shit, but, you know, hey, brother, you know, they are good people in Detroit, and you're one of those, so I'm not going to hold your city against you. Right on. And my lovely moderator, Dorian. So, you know, we ain't here today. We are here to talk about the good thing about sports, but I want to kind of start off about baseball and talk about the Reds. So, like I said, they was on a 12-game winning streak, and it was exciting. And, you know, down here in where I'm at in Kentucky, you know, a lot of people are Red fans. You know, they nickname for them as the Redlegs, you know, because of the socks they wear all the way up to their knees. They look like boots. They used to call them Redlegs. So that's the old one of the old nicknames for the Cincinnati Reds. But we got a lot of Cincinnati Reds down here in the state of Kentucky, you know, because ain't nothing but an hour and a half away, you know, a bridge across from my state. So we have a lot of fans down here, you know, root for the Reds and want to see them do good. So And I kind of cheer for this because, like you said, it's a local team. The minor league team is based here in my city, so I go to them games. They have $1 beer night, $1 hot dog night. Now I don't drink, but I still like to, I still want to enjoy the festivities. Hang out with a couple of buddies that we like to meet up and go there. My company gets us some tickets every once in a while, and they usually get my company get a day where they get the a lot of free stuff like T-shirts. They'll give us, they'll put us in one of them suites, and it'll be catered and all that good stuff. So I have all type of little connections to dealing with the Cincinnati Reds. He said, let's get popping NBA. Yeah. Look, we're gonna definitely talk about it. We're gonna definitely talk about it, and I definitely dropped the link. I like your shirt. Okay, right on. I appreciate that. How you doing, Miss Jill Chocolate? Yes, ma'am. How you doing today? Hopefully it's all good. Thank you for being a lovely basement dweller that you are. But yeah, so I have all type of little connections with the Reds, and again, being so close in proximity with them, we get the opportunity to see them their minor league and their up and coming players, go through the minor league and come and be called up by them. So, like at Diaz guy, do I like him? Like I said, I've said it before on the show. I root for that young brother, man, because he's gonna be tough. I'm saying I'm gonna definitely have to give me one of one of them shirt jerseys. I guess is what they call them, with a T-shirt with his number and his name on the back. I think I'm gonna have to get me one of those because I think he's definitely gonna be in the running for maybe a rookie of the year, a crown. I don't know, but the dude's tough, and I like watching him play. I like his energy. So yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So shout out to the Reds, and I hope they able to get back on the winning streak again. I know one of my basically what I said they was gonna come through and talk about the Reds. So we'll probably get more into it when they show up, and we'll definitely have that conversation. So it's all good. But look. We're gonna get to the NBA. I know that's what a lot of people want to talk about, but you got a lot of other things going on as far as what's going on in the NFL right now, right? So right now, you got two major free agents out there, two all-star free agents right there, and that's Dalvin Cook and D.Hop. Two great players, two all-star type players, free agents right now, waiting to find a perfect landing spot for them to showcase their talents, for these next few years with them. So, you get a lot of rumors, and I'm hearing a lot of rumors about landing spot for him. One time it was Cowboys as far as for D-Hop and all of that. And the Dolphins was a possible landing spot for Dalvin Cook, So he's right there. He lived born and raised in that Florida, the state of Florida. So that probably would be a good spot for him, back home, hometown kid, being in his home state, playing for the home team, So who knows if that's going to work out? I don't know. You got to get the numbers right. It's all about the numbers, right? Availability, opportunity, it's all of that going to be ready, available for that young man to play down there. I believe they have a decent quarterback in Tua, with Tyreek Hill and Waddle as receivers. So you definitely going to get the opportunity to have an offense that could definitely open some stuff up and create scoring opportunities for the man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't stack 8 in the box just on him, because you got them two monsters on the outside who's going to give cornerbacks and safeties fits. To the point you got to double team 1 or 2 every once in a while. So we'll see, if that's going to work for him. Because right now I'm not impressed with the running back situation down at the Dolphins, and it's always it needs a lot of improvement to me. But is Dalvin Cook that guy for him? Is Dalvin Cook that guy for him to help saying improve their running game. Who knows? Who knows? But it could be definitely a great spot. It could definitely be a great landing spot for the for Dalvin Cook. But like I said, who knows? Who knows? But another, like I said, big time free agent. That's D.Hop. What's to come of him? Where's he going to land at? Where's where's he going to be playing ball at this time next year? Is he going to get the type of money he's out there looking for? I don't know. I don't know. There was rumors possibly going to Buffalo Bills. Now, I don't know how pressed is he on getting opportunity to catch the ball, because with saying that you go to somewhere like Buffalo, you already got Stephon Diggs up there. You got that a couple good receivers up there in at Buffalo. So we'll will that hurt his opportunities of getting balls thrown to him. So that it's definitely going to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely see. I mean, Gabe Davis is up there as another opportunity to catch balls, and it'll be probably taken away from Hopkins. Who knows? Who knows? But hey, if he feel like he want to be a goer, compete, go up there and get an opportunity. Don't have to worry about double teams, because you ain't gonna be able to double team all them guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be there. Now, is he gonna have to share the ball a little bit? Yeah, he is. Is he willing on doing that? Some players are, some players not. I also seen the Patriots as a possibility. To me, there's going to be plenty of opportunity to catch up here with the Patriots, because they don't have really nobody at receiver I'm impressed with. You know what I'm saying? I mean that I'm impressed with at receiver right now. So with that being said, he damn near come in as the number one receiver. I mean, I know they got Devontae Parker, but that dude can't stay healthy. His life depends on him. That's one of his problems. It seemed like his whole NFL career it's been health. It's been constantly been an issue for the man. So I don't know if he's going to be that guy. Excuse me. They also signed Juju Smith. I don't like him as a number one. I barely like him as a number two. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see about that. But, those are the two receivers, 1 and 2 receivers. I'm just not impressed with. So there's going to be opportunities up there for him to play. You know what I'm saying? So I do like them at the running back. They got, I believe they got a decent running back and Ramondre Stevenson. I love him. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely on my short list as a possible draft pick in my fantasy football league. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? They got what's his name? Jakowski, I think it's Mike Jakowski, something like that. I might be mixing him up with that guy from the Monsters movie on Pixar. But he's a tight end. I like him. So he's a threat. Look, to me, Mac Jones need all the help he can get, especially at the receiver spot. I don't really see a lot there for him. He needs some help, but we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Quinn? What's going on, big brother? So we'll definitely see how that works out for him. But like I said, there's a lot of possible landing spots for the man. A lot of possible landing spots. I don't know. I don't know. Does he want to go back to Texans? Does he want to go back? Now, you're dealing with a young receiver. You're dealing with a rookie as a receiver. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to hook up with Deshaun Watson again? I seen that as a possibility. Now, as far as every receiving core, you do have Amari Cooper. So he's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's all right. But He has some. He has an injury bug bite him every once in a while. He also like what's my man Codwell, Holloway, I think that's his name. I mean, at the other receiver. So I don't know. I mean, I know they did end up getting Elijah Moore a trade from the Jets. So unfortunately, last season he had a hit and miss season. Year before that, his rookie year, he was real good. So is he going to bounce back? Elijah Moore, I don't know. I do like the tight end. Was it Njoku, David Njoku? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm messing my man's name up. I do like him. He's definitely a good offensive threat. And you know they still got Nick Chubb. Now I don't know what they're gonna do with the other running back. Damn, what's his name? I don't know if they actually cut him or not, but I know they was talking about it. The one from Casey Hunt. I don't know if they're gonna keep him or not. You know, it being that you never know with him. He was demanding more opportunities, and he's damn near want to get starting running back type salary, but you're not getting them minutes. So I don't know. Are they willing to pay a man a second string running back that type money? I doubt it, but it can't hurt to ask. The worst they can tell you is no, right? So we'll see. So that's another possible landing spot for D.Hop. So who knows? I also seen the Titans. Again, you could be going there playing with a young quarterback in Malik. I don't know if they looking at him are they going to look at Will Levis? He's a rookie. Malik is a second-year man. Or what are they going to do about Tannehill? I don't know. I mean, you got a veteran quarterback in Tannehill. You got a rookie quarterback in Will Levis. And then you got Malik in the second year. So with that being said, they didn't draft Will Levis in the first round. So, there's not a high demand on making him start right now because you're paying this high rookie salary. That's not the case. So, so it's going to be definitely a quarterback battle up there for doing training camp to fight for the position. So are you willing to, is D-Hop willing to play under those conditions? I don't know. I don't know at all. But it definitely be interesting. So those are some of the names and team names that I'm seeing and hearing as possible landing spots for that guy. So we'll see. To me, in my opinion, his best landing spot probably would be maybe going to Dallas. Now, is he going to have to take a significant cut in order to sign with Dallas? Yeah. But to me, that'd probably be his best bet. Out of all the teams that I think that has a chance, to make a playoff run, a serious playoff run, and not just some fly-by-night playoff run, it would be the Dallas Cowboys. And as far as for Dalvin Cook, I think his best bet is to sign with the Dolphins. Not only opportunity, but to make a serious playoff run for them. So, who knows? It's definitely going to be interesting. But right now, those are the two big names. Those are the two big names in the NFL right now who's really fighting for a position. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see how that goes. But look, I know we the main subject, that was posted on the thumbnail and wants to be talked about, right? Definitely wants to be talked about. And of course, that is the NBA. So shout out to the Spurs because they won the lottery and they got the number 1 overall pick. And they end up drafting. Let me see if I can pronounce this right? Victor Wembanyama. Look, please charge it to my heart. I mean, my mind and not my heart. But I'm just gonna call the boy Victor. I'm gonna call him Victor because and if I don't, I'm gonna butcher that young boy's name, and that's not right. But he was the number one overall draft pick. So shout out to him. Congratulations to him and his family. The man was in tears. He was overwhelmed with emotion, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's part of the game plan. But I think the controversial pick was the number 2 overall pick now. And, it was for the Hornets between two guys they was looking at. The Scotty Henderson and the Brandon Miller. And so we all know, of course, they took Brandon Miller. Now, Brandon Miller is the kid that was named, that was thrown around and thrown these allegations around that he was part of that situation that happened down there in Alabama where a young lady ended up getting taken out, unfortunately. So, prayers go for her and her family. But he was, his name was tied to that whole situation, and it wasn't a good look for him. It really wasn't. And he ended up getting suspended for a couple games for that situation. So, but look, the NBA usually do a pretty good job and do its due diligent work. There's a lot of work goes into checking out these guys pre-draft and looking at the background, investigating, asking questions. So they do a real good job with that, right? So I'm sure they did their thorough work before they made a selection. So they end up taking, like I said, Brandon Miller, number 2 overall pick. Now, what I didn't like is the young lady from ESPN, man. That's what I didn't like, and I can't think of the lady's name that did it. She nice looking woman, right? Nice looking, pretty looking woman, but I can't think of her name, man. She's on the NBA. She's on the NBA pregame, I guess is what it is. The pregame for the NBA on ESPN. What is that lady's name? Damn. I don't even know if it's like the pregame or what her name is. But Malika Andrews, that's it. I just looked it up. I'm sorry, guys. Malika Andrews. I had a we can definitely talk about that, brother. You're more than welcome to come on up. Let me drop. I thought I dropped the link in the top of the chat. If I didn't, if it's not there, I'm gonna definitely drop it again for you guys. You're more than welcome to come through and speak on it. So we definitely gonna talk about. But what I'm definitely disappointed in is that Malika Andrews lady. Now, this is not the first time she tried to do some old shady shit. Oh shit. She tried to do some old shady shit, man. She did that shit with my Missoula. Yeah, that's what it is. That's who it is, Mark. Malika Andrews. She did this some old shady shit with that Missoula, the Boston Celtics coach. Brought up some shit that happened with him in his past when he was in college, man. Really? This man's in his 40s, man. And you bought some shit over damn near 20 years ago. That he done moved on, served his time, did his community service. You know what I'm saying? Paid the fees. You know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff. But you want to bring that shit up, man. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Young man got into a bar fight, right? Got into a bar fight. If y'all know anything about college, those things happen all the time. Most of the time they don't get reported. Sometimes they do. Well, so happens one got reported. And so he got into some trouble. He was suspended. He had to sit out some games. So he deal with it, like I said, he go to court and pay fines and do all that. He did that when he was a kid, a young man. He made a mistake, but he served his time. So, you got to give the man some grace, right? Again, like I said, if you know anything about college life and being on the campus and these young kids who know they shouldn't be in a bar, some of them not old enough to be in, yet they try to sneak in there and they get into these altercations, these back and forth. Sometimes they end up with fans of the other teams that may be in the area. So I don't know if there was all of that case. I do know that it was a altercation where the fight happened and, saying that all that went down. So it happens. It happens. So it's crazy. It is so crazy. But for some reason, she just felt the need to bring that up. Some need to have some 20-something years ago to bring that bullshit up, man. It wasn't even necessarily called for. So this Malika Andrews, she's doing the same shit again. Barry White, how you doing? I see you on other shows and I know you controversial, but you all right with me. Right on to you. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, we all know it's Happy. How you doing, Happy? I just don't understand why we do that. Why? I don't say why we do. Let me say take that back. Why does she do that? What's the reason to doing that? I don't understand. Now, with the Brandon Miller, talked about this stuff, trying to really belittle the man, talk about the man and again, they cleared him. They cleared the man. I mean, so I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. Was it really necessary to bring it? No, it wasn't. Was she doing her job? Maybe. Maybe that's part of her job. That's what she had to do. But knowing her character and what she done before, if there was somebody else, I can accept that. If that had been one of the other NBA personalities doing that, I can accept that, man. I could. Doris Burks, prime example. She would have brought it, I could accept it. Jane Rose, I could accept that. Mike Brina, I could accept that. Or was it Mark Jackson or what's the other guy used to be a coach from the Knicks? I can accept that. But man, her, because how shady she was the first time I heard her do some shady shit like that. See, that's So to me, I don't know. To me, like I said, I think it was uncalled for. Just my opinion. Stephen A. Smith, Mark Wilburn, what I'm saying? One of them guys, what I'm saying? What's my man who used to play? Has a show with Steve Smith called, I think it's called Up in Smoke or something like that. Damn, what's my man's name? I can't think of it. Perk. He could have did it. I mean, somebody other than her, I probably would have accepted it, took it better. But it was her, and she was kind of shady the first time. So I wasn't a fan of her doing that. Yeah, Lamar ain't shit. We ain't got to worry about him for MVP. So stop it. No, stop it. I could accept that. Nonetheless, it was a controversial pick. The Hornets made the pick. Got Brandon Miller. So kudos to them. Kudos to them for doing that. And really taking a chance. I like Scoop Henderson. I like his game. Now I know his knock is his outside shooting's questionable. He's shooting 30-some% from the 3-point line. Okay. It is what it is, but I still like his game, man. I like his energy. I like his tenacity. I like how he goes to the hole. You know what I'm saying? So I like him. Look, I forgot about these two guys. The Thompson twins. I forgot all about, and I remember seeing them in high school and seeing them on the AAU circuit, and like, damn, look at them dudes. Them dudes is tough, and they work well together, playing on the same AU team, like a 1-2 punch. One's playing point, others playing the two. The other one's playing the two, and the other one's playing the point. I mean, they intertwined like that, and they had great chemistry together. Who knows? Maybe that's that bond they have as twins. They're able to do that. But they went back to back. A man Thompson went to the Rockets, and my man Assumer went to the Pistons. So great pickups for those two teams. Great pickups for those two teams. I mean, I thought those were some good pickups. Those kids was good, and I can imagine, playing in that overtime elite program, they didn't do nothing but get better, right? I tell you this, it was a lot of international players. It was way more international players than I expected to be getting drafted. But I mean, who can knock them? If they ready, they ready. If they ready for the league, they ready for the league. Some of them can't even come over right now. Some of them still they under contract. I got you, big brother. I got you. They said he got the best pump fake in college. Hey, look here. Speaking of that, I told my son that when he's in high school, I said, man, use that pump fake. I said, they fall for that bullshit in the NBA. Do you not think these kids in high school gonna fall for that shit? They will. Use it. College level, high school level, NBA, they fall for that pump fake. Give a good hard pump fake, take advantage of it. So my man said, he got the best pump fake in college. I know that's right. But as far as these international players, I mean, they was all over them. They was all over. I mean, like I said, I didn't think there was a time, probably about a 2-year span, where they kind of died out. They stopped really taking the many international players. But this year, maybe it's starting to ramp up again. I don't know. Now there was their first share of college players. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to stop. That's not going to be the case of nothing like that. But it just see, I'm gonna start posting this Negro here. I'm gonna start posting this shit up here because he come with this bullshit. He knows we got a chance to win our division. They not gonna win that division. Not with my man Joe Cool down there with the Bengals, but that's a whole different story. I'm not gonna let this man get me up the square. I'm not. I know what he's trying to do. Oh, man. Hey. All the time, man. All the time. So, with that being said, a lot of these international players, man, some of them still have to wait about a year or two. Some of them able to buy out their contracts, come over early. But, it's kind of funny how that all works. They got to buy out their program and then go from there. Who knows? I really like what the Thunder did in Casey Wallace. Now, I know the Mavericks drafted him, but he was traded to the Thunder. The Thunder's got a nice young team. Now, unfortunately, their draft pick didn't get to play last year because he got hurt. I think it was in the preseason, or maybe first 1 or 2 games of the season. I think it was in the preseason. He got hurt. And didn't get to play. So he's still going to be, guess what? He's still going to be eligible for Rookie of the Year because he never played a game. That's the thing about the NBA. He's still eligible for the Rookie of the Year even though he didn't get played. Same thing would happen with Griffin. Was able to get a Rookie of the Year even though he was the second year in the NBA, but his first year playing. So we'll see. But that guy's tough. He used to play for Gonzaga last year. So that's going to be interesting. Him, and then you got Casey Wallace, who you could play at the 2 at a point. Did a real good job when he played for Kentucky, my team. at the point guard position. So that's definitely going to be a interesting how they're going to do between him and Shea Gilbert Alexander, you know, another Kentucky guy. How they going to, use them as a 1-2 punch, because both of them run point, but I also seen both of them run the two at times. So that's definitely going to be interesting how all that works out and pans out. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But with that being said, hey man, shout out to Howard, man. Shout out to the Howard family. Son Jet, father is a former Michigan Wolverine, former NBA champion, Juwan Howard. And his son is Jet Howard, and he played at Michigan with him. So he got the opportunity to be coached by his father, and learn and develop under his father. So, kudos to that family. You get old when guys that was in your class, son is being drafted. God damn, I'm old, man. Damn, I'm old, man. And it's showing right there. So, kudos to, well, now he wasn't really in my class, but he was in my age range. I came out in 94. He came out in 90, I want to say 91, 92 is when he was part of the Fab Five. Yeah, I won't say 92. I think 92 was the first year. But still, damn, it shows how old I am. God damn, But, shout out to their family, man, and all the blessings that are coming their way. And now their son Jet is playing for the Orlando Magic. And that's what my man AB was talking about. They made a lot of good draft picks. I think Jet Howard was one of the good picks that I really like the Magic made. They also, drafted Anthony Black. Now, I've seen a lot of him. I've seen a lot of him for a couple years in a couple games, let me say, a couple games. I don't know. I wasn't really that impressed with him, especially being the number 6 overall pick. I wasn't that impressed with him. I'm just saying. Just my opinion. That's all it is. Just my opinion. I've seen a lot better. But, maybe the Magic seen something in them. They know better than I do, right? They the pros. They do this for their career. So shout out to them. AB, when I tell you they are, man. But they've been doing it. They've been getting better. They've been producing. They've been putting out a good product, and that's why they come over and they're successful. Because they all about the fundamentals over there, man. We are all about the show, right? We all about showing the style and the flash and all that good stuff. But they all about the fundamentals. And if they got something that's got a little athletic ability to them with a little show time to them, it just puts them on a whole new level. Not many come out like that, but, it puts them on a whole new level, right? So, with that being said, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's some other players I definitely want to talk about, but was intrigued on how things went as far as in the draft. So now there was a couple college players that was players of the year, one from UConn and one from Kentucky, and the other boy from Gonzaga. They won players of the year, and none of them was drafted. Now, fortunately for two of them that I know of for sure, they were signed. One got signed by the Bulls, and the Pacers signed the other one. But I don't know if Timmy, I don't know if he got signed. Now, look, he was a good college player. You know what I'm saying? When those players that would, grind, put his nose to the dirt, just get out there and rebound, do the dirty work. So all the things you want to see your guy do in college. I don't know if that translates to the NBA. I don't know. And it's obvious there was 30-something teams that didn't feel the same way because he wasn't drafted. So I don't know. I don't know if he was picked up at the free agent yet. If y'all know, let me know. I didn't see nowhere in news about saying he did get picked up, but I do know that there was a couple players, that won Player of the Year that did get picked up, and like I said, one with the Pacers, the other with the Bulls. So I don't know, but let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. They don't want to get you down on them two players. It's not our fault they didn't get drafted. Maybe they made bad shit. Should have came back. Now I think only one of them really could come out. Timmy, he's done. Shit, he playing college for 6 years. I don't know how long the other dude was, but it might have been just the same. Nonetheless, now this I know my man was talking about some sleeper picks. This Julian Phillips, the guy from Tennessee that was drafted by the Celtics but was traded to the Bulls via the Wizards, I liked him. I like him because he plays on both sides. But his best attribute is his defense. He's a decent shot blocker, does his thing with that, hustles, plays bigger than he really is. So I like that. I like that about him. So I really liked him. I seen him a lot as far as when he played for Tennessee a couple years, or a couple games for sure. But I noticed him his second year. Well, 2 years. Oh, well, I don't know what year he was if he came out. But I noticed him last year, not just past season, but season before that. So that's when I noticed him and how enthused and involved he was in the game. Excuse me. And I liked his energy. I liked the way he played. He brung it, every time. Didn't matter. Was doing that dirty work, but yet he was athletic enough, you could see him on somebody's NBA roster. So I think the Bulls got to steal with him. Now, I'm a Bulls fan, and the way the Bulls been drafted here past lately, I haven't been really impressed. I've been questioning a lot of shit they've been doing. I still not impressed with Billy Donovan as a coach. I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. I think he needs to take his ass back to college. It's probably where he's going to be best suited. But, he wants to try his thing at the NBA like most guys that, the coach on the college level, their egos, lets them know, hey, I think I could do it. And sometimes it just don't pan out, right? It just don't pan out. And, I think he's probably more in that Rick Pitino mode of really not panning out in the NBA. And you probably want to go back to college where you can get most of your success. You got 2 NCAA titles with the Gators. Go back there, man, and make your bones and get your money. Shit, some of these colleges are paying these coaches like they NBA coaches anyway. With your name and your cachet, you can make that type of demand. You really can. So I'm just surprised, man. Just surprised. I really would like us to make a change. I'm sick of his ass. He needs to go. So my man wants to talk about Rice. Jabari Rice. I think that's what his name was. He has the best pump fake. The best pump fake, he said. The best pump fake in college. I don't know. I don't know. But it's never really seen the kid play. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even know where he played at. I really don't. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm looking at this list. I'm trying to figure out where's he at. Where's he at? Because I don't see him on the list, man. I'm maybe I need to look him up. Jabari Rice. Okay. Okay. So no, he didn't get drafted. He signed a 2-way contract, looked like with the Spurs. So my man showing his colors with these at black and silver, or black and gray. Depends on which how you want to talk about. But he signed a 2-way contract. He used to play guard for the Texas Longhorns, right? 6'4", guard from Texas, born and raised in Texas. So he signed a 2-way contract. We'll see. Oh, good luck to the young man. Good luck to the young man. Hey, the thing about it, man, I always want to see these young men win, man. I want to see these young men live up to their dreams and be successful in whatever they choose to do. And they chose to go to the NBA and play in the league, or attempt to try to make the league as well as play and be successful in the league. You hope nothing but the best for these young men. And then that's what I want to see, right? You want to see this happen for them. Root for them. Want nothing but the best and see these young men be successful in whatever they do. That's me. That's just my, me as a person. That's what I want to see. But the thing about these guys signing these 2-way deals, you just hope these guys really get a first shot. Because, who's going to get the priority, right? All the first-round picks. So there are going to be 30 guys that's going to be looked at over them other guys that's in the second round and decided the 2-way, the deals, or any G League, that's going to try to come up and push the tryout for the team and all that. They're going to get that top priority because they're going to get that first-round pick pay, right? Because they're supposed to be more talented. Who knows? Sometimes guys just get overlooked, right? Some guys, they just get overlooked. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll definitely see how that goes. I look. There's a guy. I don't know if y'all remember this guy. He used to play for the Gators a couple years back. But I remember him because he collapsed on the floor. And they had to take him to a hospital. And fortunately, they had one of them defibrillators on hand because that's part of the requirement. Every college has to have a defibrillator on hand. And I think one at their sports arena, football and their basketball and any major facilities that they have to have one on hand. And so fortunately for him that they did have that, and it was up to date because, you have those situations where some of them haven't been, because I don't know if they got to check them every year, but maybe every other year or every so many years to test them, make sure they still good and they work. But fortunately, like I said, for him, it was working and it worked for him, and he was able to save this young man. Now, of course, he missed the rest of the season due to that heart issue, and he had to get cleared due to that heart issue. And it was one of those things for him. Johnson had the opportunity to accept the NCAA insurance settlement, which would have ended his playing career. If he had it done, he couldn't play no more. That's part of the settlement. But you know what this young man did? He bet on himself. He bet on himself and continued to play college ball. He ended up transferring to K-State. And really, excuse me, I forgot about the young man because he was no longer in Florida anymore. So I'm like, I wonder what happened to him. But then think about it, because I really didn't really know his name. But you know how I found out? Watching one of them games and they talked about it. And this dude was balling. This dude was balling, man. So shout out for him getting drafted in the second round by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out to that man. Keontae Johnson is his name. Shout out to that young man, man. You love to hear stories like that, man. You know, there was other little stories going on. And, you know, that was talked about and it wasn't talked about. But that one, I was really happy for that young man. See that young man was able to get drafted, not only get drafted and get that opportunity, but continue playing and continue to fulfill his dreams. You know, like I said, he bet on himself. He didn't sign the papers that would end his career as far as college. And I don't know if it would have carried on to the NBA or what the case would be, but that's what he did. So they should get. It wouldn't be a bad idea, AB. I promise you that. Hey, Miss Ty, happy birthday to you. Damn, Ravens suck. Even on a birthday. That's rough. But it's true. Oh, man, it's all good. You know, AB, I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't really impressed with him like that. I've seen Arkansas play a couple times. I don't know. Maybe it was just the hair that threw me off. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Maybe. Damn. He was hard to watch to me. But, you know, hey, I did. He's athletic. And that boy got some hops, right? Now, look. I'm going to give the young man credit because hearing his story, how every time, you know, from middle school, it sounds like, all the way up through college, you know, everybody counted him out. That would probably be the most thing that will probably make me root for him and want nothing but the best for him. But like I said, I wasn't that really impressed with him like that. And maybe it's just something about his hair and his two different colors just totally turned me off. And I just like, zoned out. Maybe that's what it is. And that's a bias I got to deal with, right? But just hearing the boy's story, it was a beautiful thing, man, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody counting him out when he was in college. You know, just ain't good, you're not good. He probably playing the wrong sport. Said he was a better football player, wide receiver, than he was a basketball player. But yet he stuck with what he felt like was his best. He stuck by his dream and lived. And you love, again, I'll say it again, you love seeing and hearing stories like that. These young men sticking to the end, man. You know, holding it down, even though despite of all the noise, the negativity, all the naysayers, he stuck that shit out. So now that boy's got a story to tell. And that's the beautiful thing, man. When you have a story to tell, you can sit there and tell that story. Hey, look, I was doubted. They slept on me. They didn't give me a chance. They gave up on me. They didn't see it in me. But I seen it in myself and my family seen it within me. And we kept fighting through. Hey, man, kudos to that young blood. Again, the good thing about the NBA, you're able to hear these stories. Why? Because it's not that many guys, right? It's 58 kids that gets drafted, right? So it's kind of easy to, you know, kind of break down each one of their stories on a more intimate level, right? NFL, you can't do it. Major League, you can't do it. Hockey can't do it. You got a lot more players, a lot more rounds and all that. NFL got 7 rounds, 30-something teams per round. That's a lot of players. And you don't always have that amount of time. Even though it's a 3-day event, still at the same time, you don't have a lot of time to break all of that intimate stories down. So that's why they try to get the most heartfelt, heart-tugging story about each player. That's why they try to do that. And, of course, they, do a little something for Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the overall draft. So shout out to them for doing that. But that's what they do. But the NBA, you're able to do that. And so you can kind of hear some good stories about these players, right? And so, to me, he's one of those. He's one of those. Now, with that being said, you talk about the most selfish player I ever seen I play, Imani Bates. All the talent in the world. But this dude is so goddamn selfish, man. To me, this dude's gonna have a lot of fights in the locker room because he's so selfish. It's all about him. It's all about him. And he's a good player. He's got athleticism. What was it? Like 6'6", 6'8", run the point. But he got a selfish mindset, and that's what's going to continue to hold him back. That's why he wasn't in the first round, because of that selfish-ass mindset. He's too childish. He needs to grow up. Now, he's young, guys. He is. He's young. I ain't going to lie. He's young. He's young. So, you got to expect that. He's a young player. What can you do? He's 19. He actually he carries himself like a young person. 6'9" point guard is what he pretty much played. Of course, they let him position to guard, right? 6'9", 190. He played last season at Eastern Kentucky. He played first year at Memphis. You know. So I think if he was able to come out straight out of high school, I think he probably would have easily been a first-round pick just off potential alone, right? But once he got to college, you've seen his flaws in his game. You see his selfish mindset. You see the way he act. Coach had to suspend him a couple games, man. You know, he brought a lot of drama. You know, a lot of people compare him to Brandon Ingram, of course, for his lanky size and his ability to play the point. But yeah, he's so selfish, man, and I think that's gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, a lot of teammates the wrong way, you know. So who knows? But he's playing for the Cavs. You know, Cavs to me hasn't been making a lot of smart picks. I mean, I've been watching 3 years in a row drafting point guard after point guard after point guard. And for some reason, they can't settle on one of them. You know, you got Donovan Mitchell down there. You traded for him. You got your boy Garland. I like him. Played with Vanderbilt. Saxon's down there. I like him. They got a couple young good pieces. I like them. When that New Jersey Nets, they got your boy with the big old afro. I can't think of his name. But then I think they end up getting the big guy from USC at the 5 spot. So, you know, they got a nice young nucleus of players, man. But I don't know about getting Imani Bates. You're putting a lot of demand on these young kids, and you really need a veteran in there. Now, I don't know. Is Donovan Mitchell that veteran that they need that's going to help guide Imani Bates? I don't know. Because to me, Donovan Mitchell goes missing sometimes. Donovan Mitchell goes missing sometimes. So it's man. It's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting on how that works out. That whole dynamic. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I like Jared Allen. That's his name. Yvonne Mobley. I like him. I like him. I don't know, man. They got a lot of work. That's my I think I'm gonna say about that. They got a lot of work ahead of them. Right now, they listing as a forward. Is he a forward? I don't know. Damn, I'm looking at the thing. I don't even see him on here anymore. Did they trade him away? Maybe they did. Yeah, they got Ricky Rubio. I don't know why he still got his ass. His old ass ain't worth shit. I guess they did. I guess Claxton's no longer. Close on there, man. Okay. Well, that shows you how much I've been paying to Cleveland, because Cleveland ain't shit. Even though they did make the playoffs, they didn't last long, but they did make it. So thank God for them being in the East, because if it weren't for that, they wouldn't have been there. But nonetheless, to me, they do have a nice young nucleus. I don't know. I don't know what Imani Bates is going to bring to that roster or to that team. You know, I don't know. You know, and as far as the coaching staff, JB Perkins staff, I think is his name, something like that. My guy, you got your hands full. You got your hands full, bro. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You got your hands full with this guy. So, you know, I know he came from. He was an assistant coach at Memphis Grizzlies for a while. Also, he also played in the league. You know, in 2001 he was drafted and played in the league for a minute. So he has a lot of experience, but as far as a head coach, yeah, this is his first year. So we'll definitely see how that goes for him. I wish him, the brother, nothing but the best. I wish the brother nothing but the best and all success, and I hope he's able to do what he need to do. Man, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm not a big fan of Imani Bates. I'm not a big fan, but with that being said, let me I got to talk about my action figure / Funko Pop of the week. I'm sorry, guys, I went this long in the stream and didn't even talk about it. But shout out to my lady for my birthday. I don't know if y'all got to see that video or not, but if you hey, check it out. You know, my birthday gift. Shout out to my special woman. Shout out to my special woman who blessed me with these two 18-inch. Let me move to the side. These 18-inch action figures, and that is Batman and the Joker. Now that's the Heath Ledger Joker. To me, I thought was the best Joker. Now I was a fan of Jack Nicholson for a while, but until Heath Ledger came and played the Joker, he just blew it up. And it's like he got to play him in a lot of movies. He only did one movie. Unfortunately, the man passed, so you know, Lord rest his soul, right? But he did a hell of a job with it. So that is my favorite Joker, and that's why I got it. And my favorite Batman was Michael Keaton. And so that's why I got him. So that's the Michael Keaton Batman, 89. And I want to say about 2005, 6, something like that, for the Heath Ledger. So my action figures of the week is Batman and Joker, as well as the two small action figures I have in front of the Joker in front of Batman, and I have the Batman in front of the Joker, as well as the soundtrack The soundtrack from the '89 movie, where Prince produced this soundtrack and has a lot of great songs on there. So that is my album and my Funko Pop, my action figure / Funko Pop of the week, and that's who they are. So shout out to my lady for blessing me with those things. I appreciate that. Now look, she wants a prop. Just can't take her thing to be humble, honey. You just got to put some out there. God love, God love. But nonetheless, that is my action figure Funko Pop. I mean, my action figure and my album of the week. So back to the sports thing, but I don't know. Hopefully, like I'm saying, with that coaching staff, because they got a lot of got some veterans on that staff as I was looking at it. And this is I won't say his first year, as a head coach. But he's been assistant for a while, right? He's been a assistant coach for a while, and he's been around a lot of good programs, so with a lot of good coaches. He's with the Cavs back in as an assistant in 2019 and 2020 through 2020, and was a Memphis Grizzlies assistant, of course. He was an intern coach at Houston for a while in 2015 to 2016, an assistant, as well as the Charlotte Bobcats, and when it was called the Bobcats, as well as the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, he's been around the block for a while. Had his in 2004 had his first year as an assistant. Assistant in the NBA, so he had a lot of good time and learned a lot from a lot of coaches. So with that being said, is he going to be able to handle somebody like Imani Bates, who to me can definitely cost you your job? Because we've seen NBA championship coaches get fired a year after they win the title, or 2 years after they won a title. Brother, you don't think you're going to be expendable too? Yeah, you are. And it's just unfortunate. And that's all it takes, that one bad seed and one bad apple could spoil a bunch. That's the old cliche and old saying. And it could happen. It could happen. And unfortunately, you have that type of player that could do that in Imani Bates. I hope he's able to work through it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's the case. Who knows? We'll definitely see how that works out for him. You always want to see black coaches, man, get the opportunity, but not only just get the opportunity, hopefully they succeed in that opportunity. So that's the type of person I am. That's what I want to see. I want to see the brother be successful. And so, who knows? Who knows? But look, there was some guys, in the draft that probably should have came back to college. I don't know if they overstepped the boundaries and thought they was more than what they are. And probably have some regrets, I'm sure, after the draft was said and done. Wish they, listened or followed, got some better insight or some better feedback from some of these teams or some individual that they believe and trust in. Because, some of these guys went in the second round, probably could have been first round if they came back maybe a year and improved their stock and showed, a variety of other things that they can do. But, it's the crapshoot they take. They roll the dice. Sometimes you crap out. Sometimes you don't. And some of these guys, I really feel like they did. That's what they did. They crapped out. I know a guy that I watched all last season, and Chris Livingston. I think he made a bad decision by staying. Now, he did get drafted last draft. He was Mr. Relevant of the NBA, 58th pick by the Milwaukee Bucks, Chris Livingston. But to me, he probably should have came back and used that opportunity to display yourself a little bit more. I don't think it would have been a fact about playing time for you because you, to me, I thought you had a definitely a lot of potential, to get better, a lot of room for improvement and play the position. You're gonna get the opportunity to play. Cal don't have no problem with you shooting, doing what you got to do, taking care of your business, and if you're that dog, he's gonna let you play. And I think he's one of those guys I'm talking about. Probably should have came back to college and utilize that opportunity, but he chose to stay in the draft, and so this is what he gets now. Not guarantee you're gonna make the team. You could be in the G League for a couple of years. Who knows? Because guess what? That first round pick they may have had or took. They gonna get their first look. They gonna get the nod over anybody else. They are gonna get that nod. So they are definitely gonna get that nod and we'll see. My man says, you think the G League will have the number one pick next year? Looks like that's what they're trying to do. 2, 3, 4. I think both of them from the G League. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's such a long way away. Such a long way away. So you never know how that's going to turn out. Is it possible? Yeah. But looking at this, no, this is overtime's not a G. Overtime's not a G League thing. It's just a league. It looks like Overtime Elite is a professional basketball league for 16 through 20-year-olds based in Atlanta, Georgia. The league is owned and operated by Overtime and was founded by Dan Porter and Zach Weiner. Yes, it's his own league, brother. AB, it's his own league. So I don't know if it falls up under the league of G League. Yeah, I mean, look, I just read his bio about it. Like I said, it's a Overtime is a professional basketball league for 16 to 20-year-old based in Atlanta, Georgia, right? The league's owned and operated by Overtime and was founded by Dan Porter and Zach Weiner. So, yeah, it's like a competition for the G League is pretty much what it is. Players receive a minimum salary of $100,000 annually, a signing bonus, and shares in Overtime's larger business. Player can also choose a scholarship option and maintain college eligibility. According to the New York Times, damn. So instead of getting a salary, Players can also choose a scholarship option and maintain college eligibility. According to the New York Times, provides health and and disability insurance and sets aside $100,000 in college scholarship money for each player if they decide not to pursue professional basketball afterwards. Damn, that's something. Look here, man. Looking at this, if I had a son, there was that dude. I send his ass down to Atlanta. Not fresh out of high school. Someone but barely in high school. 16. See, it's so funny now with ages, right? So my son graduated. He was 17. He's still 17. When he steps on the college campus, he'll be 17, right? So it's kind of funny. Normally, you're in freshman high school no later than normally 14. Some of these kids they're freshmen 15 in high school, become freshmen. So they'll be 19 when they graduate. So these guys could be sophomores and juniors and spending their junior and senior years in this overtime league because of the age, right? They can either take the money if they feel like they're going to not play college and take the money and get $100,000 annually. Minimum. That's what it says. Minimum, man. It says minimum. But not only that, they have stock options. The minimum salary of $100,000. A signing bonus and shares of overtime largest business. Jesus Christ. Man, that's not a bad deal, man. That is not a bad deal. So let me see. Let me see if I could share my screen. Oh shit. I don't know. Chat, please let me know if y'all can see that on my screen right now. Let me know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that on my screen? I'm trying to share. So right there, that's the facility they play in. That's the facility that they play in, right? For this overtime league. So what overtime is like a competitor to the G League. It's another option. And they look like they're giving better opportunities, better salary too, because they say minimum is $100,000, right? And options for stock options. That's not bad for a child. That is not bad at all, and that's minimum of $100,000. That's a good player that's good, but probably not good enough to go straight to the NBA after they get done with that, but good enough to go to college. That's where they play the games at. So let me also show you to let me show you the floor. So right here, that's the no, it's not the G League. And thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah. So I read it, and they still have the option now. What it is, that money, they will use that money to pay for your school. That 100,000 to pay for your school. So instead of giving it to you, they would like us maybe put it like a fund or account, and then pay for your college education. Man, that is a hell of a that is a hell of a deal. That is a hell of a deal, man. So kudos to that idea. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, but yes, that's where they play the games at. Man, that's nice. That is nice. So, stop sharing. Okay. But yeah, I like that, man. I definitely like that floor. I like that. I mean, don't look like it's a lot of parking, but hey, I'm sure it's going to get bigger and better. More kids and parents are going to definitely sign their children, their young men up for that opportunity. So I wouldn't, I would have put it past them because it looked like a good opportunity. Like I said, what I was reading, right? What I was reading, and I got my references is Wikipedia. Now we know how Wikipedia could be sometimes, and it could be not so accurate. So we going off somebody else's hearsay. But um, this is his second season in existence, right? So it's only been 2 seasons for them, and looking at the draft board, they had 2 guys drafted in the top 5, and the Twins, 4 and 5, Rockets and Pistons. So who knows? Now those are only 2 players that came from the overtime league, but they only been in existence for 2 years now, guys. Got to keep that in mind too. So they might have some young 16, 17, 18-year-olds down there right now. This time next year, maybe you said it. You said it could have maybe come out of. I don't know. You said it was a G League, but no, they're not considered G League. That's their own league. So don't. Hey, AB, don't disrespect them now. That's their whole league. So could the number 1 overall pick come out of AB? I'm sorry. Come out overtime? Yeah. Could number 1 overall pick come out of G League? Yeah, it's possible. It's very well possible. So I wouldn't put it past it. Not at all. Especially with the opportunities they're offering, and it's way better than what the G League is doing. Way better. So we'll see. Excuse me. We'll see in these next couple of years how that all pans out for them. Again, this is only the overtime second year in existence. Now, see it. I don't know. I looked at the list because, okay, well, matter of fact, I can share my screen again. Let me do that again. And it's awfully small. Jeez. I don't know if that makes it any better. Can you even see it any better? But I looked at the screen, and of course, on the side of these, it's got the team name and the players and where they either draft from, where they play school at, or if they play for the G League or not. And that was the only overtime. Those two players I was talking about, the Twins. Those were the two only players that came out of overtime, according to the list now. Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, that Sidney guy, he did play in the G League. The one you talk about from the Spurs. Yeah, he played in the G League. So, yeah, overtime's not a G League at all. They have no affiliation with the G League. So, yeah, they have no affiliation with the G League. So, yeah, no, he's not from the G League. I mean, he is from the G League. He's not from overtime. But with that being said, again, could a guy from overtime be number one pick? Yeah. G League, yeah, it's possible. It is possible. So, but now that I say that, I think next season, I don't know. I don't know if they have to even go to college next season. I don't know if it's this coming season or season after. But I thought I heard that they're gonna stop that again. I don't know. So I guess look, let's go off what I know for sure. For sure, I know right now is that you at least got to go minimum 1 year college or 1 year removed from your high school class before you're draft eligible, right? So we do know that. Could a player from overtime do it? Yes. Shit. One got all the way up to 4. And they had 2 in the top 5. They only been in existence for 2 years now. 2 years. G League been around for at least damn near 10 years. So it's possible. It is very much possible. I'd be interested in seeing it happen. I'd be interested in seeing it happen, man. So I don't know. Well, guys, I'm going to get ready to shut this thing down, man. I've been going an hour and a half. And sports thing, I try not to go too long in a night because I normally do another show with the Real Precious. So I don't know. I might do a show with her. I might do a stream with her and do it way. So y'all definitely can tap in and come back over here and then see me on this beautiful screen of StreamYard and see this ugly face. And I ain't gonna lie to you, this motherfucker. I look good in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you gotta speak yourself up, baby. So if you don't, nobody else will. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk myself up. Y'all kiss my grits. Shout out to Alice's Diner. Yeah. Look, that overtime league could definitely be a thorn in a college coach's side, man. With the perks that they offering. Now, look, I know they said the minimum is $100,000. But with that being said, what is the max? I don't know if there's a max. I don't know. Is there a max? Is it all with the child and his handlers? That's what they like to call them. His handlers could negotiate. I don't know. But the momentum was $100,000. But the thing about that, the college has its leg up on these guys, is the NIL deal. Right? The college also has the notoriety, the publicity, the big stage that they can put them on. Now, look, I'm sure you watch overtime. Every once in a while, you catch them on ESPN3, maybe, or you have to go to some streaming service to get them, right? But on a college level, look, playing college ball, even during my time, right? You still got notoriety when you had the opportunity when we played against them big teams, right? We got now, of course, they bashed our goddamn heads in, but we got the pub. So imagine you being on a major level like the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, and all that good stuff, right? Imagine all of that. Yeah. Thank you, Big G. Imagine all of that. They signing these NIL deals, these schools, man. And some of these young men are signing like $1 million deals. I see one guy was trying to negotiate getting a $2 million, and they're doing it. That's way better than that $100,000 deal. And that's the minimum. Again, I don't know if there is a maximum. I don't know if they pay them up to $1 million. It could. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. But some of these NIL deals are signing in for millions like that. And if that's the case, the overtime league and the G League they can't touch them. They can't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Especially if you're going to one of these major schools, man. With NIL deals with all of these local vendors and some on the national scale. Come on, man. Bronny got a big contract with Nike. Overtime can't do nothing for him. Well, what is overtime going to do for him? Waste his goddamn time? What is G League going to do for him? Waste his goddamn time? I could go play college ball, fly on a private jet from game to game to game. I got this $1 million Nike deal. I play for a Nike school. Get all the Nike gear I want. Playing against some of the historic arenas. Playing against some of the best. Older guys, veterans, being coached by good coaches, going against other good coaches, playing against other good players. I'm going to get me 35 to 40 games and could end up at like about damn near 50 if we make it all the way to the NCAA championship. Man, I mean, what more can you ask for? So, yeah, going to college would probably be more beneficial. Like I said, more opportunity. And plus the TV deals that these colleges got. And guess what? It's putting your face out there more. OT's not doing that. G League not doing that. They not, guys. So with that being said, man, why would I go to college? Now, are you worried about requirements that they have? Well, guess what? ACT is not a requirement anymore. As long as you got a high enough GPA, it's not a requirement. SAT, not a requirement anymore. Right now, it's right now. Now, it could change. It's ever since the vid, it's been going on like this. But it's not a requirement right now. Big G said, LSU women, girls said they be taking a pay cut going to the WNBA. And that exactly. I know they will. I know. Look. If you a good girl, good, and you good in college, I know. Look, you want to stay in college as long as you can. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find some eligibility somewhere out there. I'm finding girls. Hey, girl, you hurt. You don't look like you don't play again. Let me see if I can wheel and deal and get your eligibility too. Why wouldn't you? You damn near gotta go overseas and play, ladies, in order to get the type of money you probably gonna get in college if you're good enough. And still, that may not be enough. I know the WNBA ain't paying you like that. They fussing and fighting for that. So, yeah, I believe that. I believe they're taking a pay cut. I believe that wholeheartedly. So, who knows, man? Who knows? Look, again, let me say this. These young boys and young ladies, now these young people, let's say that, they need to have a good come to Jesus moment with themselves. Look in the mirror and really be honest with themselves. Upfront and straightforward. Talk with the coaches. Or, if you don't feel like coaches always on up and up, talk to somebody who you can believe and trust and rely in. Talk to an agency. Investigate one and get one and talk to them. You got to do the legwork. You got to do your due diligence. You can't just go off for one person. Yeah, I think you are first overall pick. No, in the back of mind, you probably really not. You might more like a late first round, maybe early second. But guess what? They're gonna say that to get you because they know they're gonna get a percentage. And they'll tell you that. And get you that and cross their fingers and hope it happens. Sometimes it don't. So then what do? You left. You stuck. Because you forfeited your eligibility to live out your dream. And sometimes it just don't happen that way, man. So again, hopefully your parents are family members or your guardians in your life, and they give you some sound, great advice. Doing the legwork, doing investigative work, doing research, and getting the answers that you need, the true and honest, as honest as possible answers that you can get in order to be successful in whatever you want to do. Hopefully that's the case, man. But you see and hear these horror stories way often than not about these guys going and listening and it just falling through. And these guys end up in developmental league and G League and all these other leagues and don't ever get to accomplish their dreams of at least playing the NBA. Now, who say they can't play overseas? Look here, overseas money's not bad money now, guys. It's professional. It may not be on the big stage you want to be on or that you hope to be on, but guess what? You still get the opportunity to play a sport that you love. And that's the game of basketball. You never know, so you might get called up, you might get seen, you might get recognized, and they may give you the opportunity to try out or do that, maybe. But hopefully you do your due diligence. Hopefully you do the research, you do the work and exercise your options and investigate and do all those things before you can make these life-altering, life-changing type decisions like this, man. Because it could be costly in the long run. And at the end, guys, hopefully these young people get their college degrees, man. Because that's the most important thing. I told my son, I said, look, I hope in 4 years I'm celebrating another graduation. Instead of getting your diploma, I want you to get your degree. Everybody should get a diploma to me. That's minimum. That's a must. That's easy work. Getting your college degree is the tough thing because that shows you was able to be consistent for four more plus years to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself available to do the right things that you need to do for 4 more years. Even though you could have, anytime you could have said, I can't do it anymore. I'm tired of school. I did school all my life. Yeah, you could have. But you show self-discipline. You show self-restraint. You showed enough courage and enough wherewithal to continue to push forward and continue to move on and get your college degree. So for you, I was about to cuss. I'm trying to do better, guys. So for you honorary son of a guns who want to be the first one to go out here and celebrate somebody getting out of prison or jail, the hell with that. Celebrate every college graduate. Every college graduate, those are the ones that need to be celebrated. Those are the ones you need to throw the house parties for, the celebrations for, the big event, the big doo-ha. Not for you people getting out of prison, getting out of jail, for you doing some stupid stuff. Why are you celebrating that bullshit? They never should have been in that situation anyway. Now, there's some situations where they're innocent. I agree. Should those be celebrated? I don't know. Maybe so. I ain't going to take it from them because if you've been locked up and you was wrongly locked up, okay, maybe you should celebrate your freedom because I'm sure, well, yeah, you should probably because you never should have been there and you being wrongfully locked up and convicted for something you didn't do. Yes, you probably should. But I'm talking about the ones we know did the shit. You know, Ron, Pookie, Tyshawn, and Nuck. They went out and robbed the bank. We all know they did it. and he spent 20 years, did his time, gave back. Screw him. Don't celebrate him. Celebrate that college graduate, that young lady who for 12 years went through high school, was on an honor roll, on a dean's list, but then said, hey, I'm going to do 4+ more years in order to get my college degree. And she did it. And she made it through. Those are ones we need to be celebrating. Those are ones you need to be throwing a party for. Those are ones you need to turn up and get lit for. Yeah, for those young ladies and young men. Those are the ones we need to be uplifting. Not these knuckleheads. Not these knuckleheads, these jerkwads, these loser dudes, these ratchet ass heifer chicks. Don't celebrate them for getting locked up and getting free. The hell with them. Let them celebrate with their little prison buddies. When they go to them little meetings and all, let them celebrate with them. When they let them celebrate with the parole officer, let them celebrate the young folks that are doing the right thing. That's who we need to celebrate. And that's the most important thing. So when you young people go to college, don't go wasting your time. You get that paperwork. You get your money. That's what you do. Don't waste your parents' money. Please don't do that. Don't waste your time and money and when you sign up for these goddamn student loans, when you sign your life away. Don't do that either. And for those who are blessed to have scholarship, take it full advantage because somebody's paying for this. Take full advantage of it. Hey, guys, with that being said, I'm going to shut it down. I appreciate y'all coming, hanging out with me, the ones who are still here, hanging out with me, rocking with me. Appreciate you. Thank you. Continue to rock with me. I'm going to continue to put out this good content. I'm going to continue to work on it. You know what I'm saying? I got some great things in the works, guys. I got some great things in the works, and talking to another content creator, and we threw out some ideas on the show, man. And so we're going to put it in fruition. We're going to bring it to light. And I think it's going to be a hell of a show. Me and this young brother going to sound stream at the same time. My man JT, we talked about it. How he's been wanting to get on the show. Well, I told him he's more than welcome. Hey, everybody and all people, welcome to the basement. As long as you know how to act, you carry yourself in a respectful manner, you respect me, and I'm going to respect you. You talk to me like you got some goddamn sense. I'm going to talk to you like I got some goddamn sense. And we're going to do this damn thing and have fun with it. Man, the basement, man, is what it's all about. Having fun, man. I do the sports things on Mondays, man, because why? Because I want to break monogamy of all this other bull crap going on. Too much is going on. They still fighting and beefing in these streets. I ain't with this shit, man. I ain't with it. I'm not for it. I'm not with it. Some people are. They into that. That's not my thing, man. I sit back and watch. Laugh and giggle like everybody else. Be entertained like everybody else is. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to involve myself in it because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. So I stay out of that bull crap. I'm going to let them young folks have it. Over here like me, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for it. So keep rocking with me. And a lot of great content is going to continue to come. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a show this Wednesday. I got a obligation I got to do on Wednesday. So please continue to be patient with me. But I'm going to continue to put out little shows, little things, little clips here and there, shorts. I'm going to continue to put out all those anytime I'm on other people's network. And I can able to cut it up and present it to you guys. I'm definitely going to do that. Got a lot more work I need to do as far as my working on my platform, but I'm gonna continue to do it, man. And I'm gonna continue to grind it out. One subscriber at a time, right? One subscriber at a time. So I continue to appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like I said, I think I'm at like 742. Thank you all 742 people, whoever you are. I don't know all of you. But I thank you, all 742 of you who decided to subscribe to my channel and continue to watch and put it out there. Now, I know all of y'all always can't be here. It is early in the day, and I'm asking a lot of you guys coming around 7 o'clock, and I know they got other great content out there, great content creators out there probably going at the same time I'm going. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Watch me on the replay. I ain't mad at you. Watch me on the replay. And then hit that like button as you do it, right? Because you do it for me. Yeah, I appreciate that. I promise you I do. So thank you, every last one of you who subscribe to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you watching me to this evening. And I want you to continue to rock with me as I continue to do my thing. Like I said, I will be on the Real Pressure Show tonight. So definitely tap in with me there. And I might, like I said, I'm a optimize your description. That should give you a boost. Right on, bro. Hey man, I'm here to learn. And if any of my base dwellers, man, they got some advice for me, hey, I'm willing to accept. I'm not one of them old heads that don't take advice from younger people. Please believe me, that's not me. I can learn from anybody and anywhere from whoever. Even a fool could teach me. He can teach me how not to be a fool. I'm going to take that advice. So my man AB gave me some advice. Optimize my description. Right on. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on that. And I'll continue to work on that. And I'm going to continue to try to get better and continue to bring better stuff and better content on a regular basis. That's what I'm going to do. You know, one of my base dwellers challenged me. It's not the first time I've been challenged. I was challenged to share my Funko Pops, my action figures, as well as I was doing, because I was already doing my album. I just wasn't doing a Funko Pop. But I was challenged to show that. What did I start doing, guys? Ever since I was challenged, I took that challenge on. Now, I haven't seen her, the one who challenged me. That's cool. I know she may walk shit on the replay, and I appreciate her. But I appreciate you for even throwing out the challenge there to me. I took the challenge and I ran with it. Don't have a problem. I learned something. Hey, what about doing this? Okay, cool. I ain't got a problem with that. Sound like a great idea to me. If I like it, you might like it. Somebody else may like it. Why not? It's not going to do anything to hurt my channel. It can only do is make it better. So like my man AB said, I change up my description a little bit. Be more, okay, cool. No problem. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, hey, I'll tap in there. Normally I get over. I usually don't get over late. By the time they going on, your boy under the bed, right? By then, right? So I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. I gotta be at work at 6:30, right? So I gotta get up early morning. So I gotta get my beauty rest. And you see, I need all the beauty I can get. So I gotta get my rest, man. So I won't be over that late at night. I get up in that morning and they still going off. That's when I catch them. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing, try to bring some solution based to that platform at times. You know, we try. Some people try it. It's hard, but you just gotta know where you are and what you're dealing with. So I know where I am and where I deal with, and I know fuckery is the #1 priority in the Black House. So shout out to those folks over the Black House and JP, my dog. So when people get mad at me, talking about I'm too hard on him. Yeah, I'm hard on him, man, because I know he can do better. He can be better. And he's got a lot of work to do. But, he's come a long way. I'm going to give him credit for that. He's come a long way. He's got a long way to go, but he's come a long way. So with that being said, I'm going to shut it down, guys. Again, thank you for rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. Hey, y'all have a blessed evening, man, and I'm going to see you on the next one.